Hello, hello everybody. It's been a long winter, a long time since I've posted some videos. It's been fun, man. Like, I know you guys are looking at this and you're like, what the hell? I'll get to explaining that in a second. But we're back, and I'm gonna be trying to upload more this year, of course. I know I said that last year, but some things came up, and you know, content creation is not easy. You know, I have a big respect for people that do it. But here we are, man. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We're just going for a little cruise, and I just wanted to make a video for you guys. And I had a lot of people, there's a lot to talk about, but I had a lot of people asking me, look at this guy, he's got an R6 and you know, he's gonna die on that thing. And a lot of people in the comment section, they love the videos, and I had a few people, you know, I didn't post for a while, and they asked, you know, is this guy dead? Like, where'd this guy go? And I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I didn't die. I'm gonna explain everything. Basically, last year, as you guys saw in my first ever video that I dropped, I got a 2009 Yamaha R6, and it was pretty beat up. And I learned on it and everything, and it was all good. But in order for it to get safety, it needed a part. I forget what part it was, but it needed a part. And it was in the shop for over a month. And they held my bike. So I bought a little Grom, and I made maybe two videos on that. And that was fun, and that was a great time. I learned how to wheelie that thing. Unfortunately, I learned how to stunt it. And that wasn't good, because as soon as I got my R6 back, I sold both of those bikes, and I bought a 2009 ZX6R, the 599cc. It wasn't a 636, and I drove the shit out of that thing. I had a lot of fun last year with it. It was a lot of fun. Another thing too is that it might be really windy for you guys. I don't have a mic sock on right now, so I'm just trying a new thing. But yeah, so anyways, I bought that ZX6R, and I had a lot of fun with it. I made a lot of videos with it, but I couldn't release them because there was a couple of times when I had some encounters with police, and you know, me being young and stupid, I did what I did, and I can't post those things, unfortunately, because it would be incriminating and not a good idea. But I learned how to ride really well, and then I eventually sold that because I had the idea of moving to California. Like I was saying last year, I really want to move, and so I sold that. I sold the ZX6R, and I bought this. This is a 1999 Yamaha VMAX. It's a 1200cc V thing. I forget, V-twin, I think they're called. It's very comfortable. It's very chill. It's got a lot of miles on it. I just wanted something cheap just to ride around, make videos on, you know, ride around with the friends and stuff until I move. And when I move, that's gonna be when the videos really like kick up and everything. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. You know, I got into some stuff, and I've been working a lot. And then of course you can't ride in the winter. I recorded a whole thing of me going down with some friends and into Toronto and stuff, and we had a great ride. But unfortunately, I just can't post it. It's like extremely unfortunate, but I just can't post it. maybe I'll chop it up and post clips of it or something like that. I don't know if I can make a video with it or not, but I've been recording. I just haven't been able to post what I've been doing because it's illegal, so to speak. Like, this is all like, you know, not really, like, I didn't actually do this stuff. It's all a maybe, you know. But yeah, we're just gonna go on a little cruise, and I'm gonna talk about kind of just what's been happening. I read a lot of people's comments on my first video. My first video blew up for some reason. I don't know why. I guess people love watching somebody stall and shit on an R6. But yeah, no, we had a great time. I'm gonna get some gas here, actually. This guy's gonna let me go. Thank you, sir. Show you guys the bike. So this is my 1999 Yamaha VMAX 1200cc. It's got a little bit of surface rust, and I do need to clean it and whatnot. I bought it pretty recently, but yeah, it's a pretty good bike overall. How's it going? Good. I'll do 30. So one thing you guys might not know about a bike like this is that there's no gas tank. There's no hole for the gas, right? So you would think, oh, where is it? Well, actually, I'm gonna try to see if I can get it here without burning my fingers off. There it is. Actually, you pull or you push on these little tabs and it lifts right there. So we're gonna grab this, twist this, boom, there's the gas right there. There's nothing like that, just gotta watch it. But yeah, so it's the beginning of the summer now. I'm gonna be recording some videos and releasing for you guys. I'm gonna be getting to know this bike. I'm really debating on selling this. I mean, I've ridden it maybe 2 or 3 times, and I'm gonna piss off some people by saying this, but I'm a young, dumb 22-year-old. Why did I buy a fucking cruiser bike? It's fun, don't get me wrong. These things are amazing, and I understand why people buy bikes like this. I do. They're very extremely comfortable. Extremely comfortable, extremely fun to ride. But I'm gonna keep it an absolute buck with people, dude. I'm a sport bike rider, man. Like, there you go, pop that back in there. I'm gonna keep it an absolute buck with people, man. Like, I'm a sport bike rider. I'm 22 years old. I like to go fast, you know. I like to go fast. I like to be stupid. But that's also why I bought this, was because I didn't want to get arrested right away. I almost did a couple times. I didn't want to, you know, be chased by cops all the time, doing wheelies and doing dumb things. You know, I went from that first video that you guys saw of me, you know, stalling and tripping out and being super scared, to buying a newer 600 and going crazy on that thing, to wheeling it. I almost learned how to stand up and do crossovers and a bunch of other stuff. But I just thought, you know, like, if I'm gonna be doing, and I did it in front of cops, and I was being stupid, man, and you know, I was just like, if I'm gonna be moving to California or moving to Florida, one of the two, I haven't decided yet. I got to get rid of this bike because, like, I got to get rid of sport bikes because, you know, I'm doing stupid shit. And if I get arrested and run and get caught, you know, police show up at my house, whatever the case may be, and I get caught, man, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to move. So, you know, I sold it. sold the sport bikes, man. Just gonna go cruise around and see what's up, you know. A lot of bikes out. It's one of the first like really nice days of the year, you know. You guys, I want to tell you, actually, I want to tell you a little story, or I guess my predicament that I'm in, and I hope you guys can help me out in the comment section. On top of that, a lot of people that watch this video or watch my previous videos, they didn't subscribe. And if you guys like this type of content, like me, and check out the other videos as well, please subscribe, and there'll be more coming out for sure. And I really like the engagement. It makes me want to do like more of these. But yeah, so my thing right now is I live in a small town in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, and it's, you know, I was born in California. I was born in California, and I grew up in Hawaii until I was 12 years old, and that was an amazing experience. It allowed me to understand culture and diversity and a lot of other things, and it was extremely tropical. And when I turned 13 years old, I moved to Canada, and I got to experience winter. I got to experience like a different side of the world almost, and I got to experience, you know, different types of people and just Canadian culture, I guess you could say. And I've been here for the last it's coming up on 10 years now. And I'm gonna keep it completely honest with you. It's not somewhere I want to live anymore. I really want to go back to warmer climate. The taxes up here are absolutely ridiculous, and I hate that. So yeah, I'm just gonna be, I'm trying to move, but this is my thing, right? And this is where I want to come to the comment section for help, is that you know, I'm a young guy, I'm a young man. I have a decent set of skills. You know, I learn things very quickly. You know, I'm tall, good looking, I'm you know, I'm set, and I make great money where I live at now. But my issue is like where I live, and I'm not happy, and you know, I want to find a new sense of purpose, a new sense of belonging, a new sense of community. I don't hang out with a lot of people where I'm at. You know, the girls here are, you know, next to not very good, if I do say. And I'm just gonna be honest. Like, you know, I went to California in October, and I went to Vegas in October, and I took a little trip to California and to San Diego, where I was born. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I fell in love with it. And I went back in February with a buddy of mine, and you know, I was there for about 10 days, and I just fell in love with it. I saw the pictures of, or I saw the place that I was born in, the house that I was born in, on the beach. And it was just so beautiful, and I really want to go back and live there. And I met some people, and I went out at night, and it was just a great time. It was definitely somewhere where I could see myself living. But on the opposite hand of that, there was Miami, or I guess Fort Lauderdale, Miami. I'm not sure between the two, but there's those two choices where, you know, Miami is also very hot. It's a much more diverse climate, I guess you could say, where it's always hot year round. They don't have a winter. They have a lot of diverse, you know, Hispanic and touristy culture. It's a very large city, a lot happening, a lot of partying. You know, it's a vacation spot for many. Whereas San Diego is a little bit different. They have a lot of, you know, Latin culture and Hispanic culture, but it's more of a place, I guess San Diego is more of a place where, you know, people that have lived in California for a while go to settle. I had met a lot of young people there that, you know, got some good opportunities and whatnot, but I would say that there's, you know, 3 or 4 main reasons in the differences. I'd say one is the culture, where I love surf culture, I love laid back culture, I like the hippie vibes, you know, I love that kind of stuff. And that's you know, San Diego culture. But you know, and Miami is this party and craziness, and it's kind of like Las Vegas but on a beach. And I would say for me, like, I would say, you know, I like California more, but there's also the side of this where California is a lot more expensive. It's the same price in California, or it's the same price in Miami to get a, you know, a full 1-bedroom apartment to yourself, or Fort Lauderdale to get a full 1-bedroom apartment to yourself. Whereas you know, in California, you're going to be spending the, you know, $1,400, $1,500 and getting just a room, you know. And on top of that, they have 9% income tax in California, where it's 0% state income tax in Florida. You got I think it's 7 or 8% sales tax you have, and it's lower in Florida. So it's more like, you know, I feel like if you want to become a successful businessman, you have to surround yourself with successful business people. And I feel like there's a lot more successful business people in Miami than there is in California. On top of that, it's cheaper to live in Miami than it is in California. But the biggest issue is the influence, which I don't smoke or drink, so I don't have too much of a bad influence in terms of, you know, me being scared I'm going to fall into substance or anything like that. But I would say that, you know, I like the hippie culture, I like the surf culture, I like the laid backness of California, but I feel like Miami has more opportunity for me, and it's just really hard to decide. If any of my viewers live in Miami or California, and or you've been to both or lived in both, or you have any sort of insight, please let me know. I would really like to know more about those places. I visited them both. They're both great places, but I just don't know what the dynamic is like when, you know, to live in one of those places. I've never really lived in a big city before for a long period of time, so I'm really curious as to how that goes. But yeah, I mean, that's just like the predicament I'm in. So leave a comment down below and let me know, you know, if moving's a good idea, a good option for me in one of those places. Or maybe even if you have somewhere else in the United States, because I'm a US citizen, so if you have somewhere else in the United States where, you know, might be a better option for me, then please let me know. But we're just cruising around here, you know. This bike is extremely comfortable. It's extremely fun. This VMAX, man, like, it's a 1999. It's carbureted, you know. People would expect it to be slow and shit. This bike is a lot of fun. It's very comfortable. I can just be laid back, sitting like this, and just cruise. I can put my feet up on the bottoms, if you guys couldn't tell here on the frame sliders. It's a great bike. I would say it's not good for a first bike. I would say that, you know, people should do their research on first bikes, and this is definitely not a first bike, and that's definitely what the guy told me too. But I'm gonna be honest, once I sell this baby, I'm definitely not gonna be getting another cruiser. Definitely gonna be getting a sport bike again, either a 600 or a 1000. I feel like last year was my time to learn and be stupid and reckless, and I think I just have an appreciation for, you know, staying alive more. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, this was just like a little, you know, informational video about, you know, where I've been and what I've been doing. If you guys have any other questions, just leave it in the comments. I read all the comments, even on my first video from over a year ago. I still read all the comments I have. I've been reading all of them. New comments come in all the time, and I still read them all the time. you know, and I'm just gonna be posting more consistently. I'm gonna hold myself to a standard this year, post more consistently, and just be, you know, more of a vibe, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a fun summer. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with this bike. I might sell it, I might not. You guys let me know what I should do. I want to hear your guys' feedback when it comes to, you know, if I should sell this bike, get another sport bike, or, you know, maybe not sell this bike, and, you know, let me know. Yeah. Oh man. I'm just gonna go pull up to my buddy Blake's house, and we're just gonna kick it maybe, or maybe you know, I just want to show him the bike because I've been teasing this bike everywhere. So I'm just gonna go pull up to him, and you know, we'll see. But I'm gonna wrap it up to the end of this video right now. I'll probably end up shooting another video, you know, just fucking around and doing dumb shit. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. You know, I don't really like ask for that or beg for that shit. I think that shit's corny. But considering how well my other video did, you know, I'm just gonna ask you guys. I mean, you're not gonna hear it every video, but I mean, you might. Fuck, who knows? I'm just a guy out here. But yeah, there's nothing really else to fucking say. We're back, baby. Come on. Come on, we're fucking back. Come on. Okay, I gotta slow down. Anyways, I'm hyped. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Fuck.